Morning, everybody. It's Mandy from Chapel Forge. So a little bit slow morning here. We went outside and played with the kids for a little while because it's like actually sunny and like 60, but that's not supposed to last very long. So we're not going to let the coal fire go out. We're just going to leave some doors open as we need to because restarting a coal fire is like a whole production. Anyway, for breakfast this morning, we are having cheesy eggs, bacon. Zad turned some of my chocolate sourdough boule into French toast and put a little bit of the peach pie filling on that we canned this summer. Yum. All right, so I mentioned yesterday that I brought in a bunch of apples from the fridge in the pantry, the storage apples. The kids had one today, so I'm starting a new jar of apple scrap vinegar. I'm just gonna throw these in here and let them sit on the counter for today because they're probably gonna have more apples. And then once this is like mostly full, I will do a tablespoon of sugar to about a cup of liquid that is in here. It doesn't have to be like an exact science, but this is a great way if your kids love apples and you're also working through your storage apples, or even if you get them fresh at the store. They don't have to be like local apples. Any apple will work for this little project. I would just sit it back here. They'll fill that in no time and we can get some new vinegar going. All right, so no surprise, Jamie's back for apple number 2. So I will probably fill this jar before the end of the day. So a couple notes on peanut butter. This has palm oil in it, which I didn't know about the badness of palm oil when I bought this, but it doesn't have hydrogenated oil. So that's okay, I guess that's better. I have a million kinds of cashew butter, almond butter, peanut butter, blah, 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 that we keep stocked in the pantry. It's a decent source of protein. So if you're sort of like a stocking up for a bad day person, these are, you know, fairly inexpensive. It's pretty inexpensive to buy good quality or at least better quality peanut butter, or cashew butter or almond butter or sun butter. We keep a good bit of that in stock. It's pretty inexpensive to get those things in bulk. And you know, you're getting 7 grams of protein in 2 tablespoons. So in a bad situation, these are really good. And frankly, this expired in November 1st of 2022 and it's still fine. All right, if you've been following along, you know that any of my bread fails / anything that gets like super stale, we've been turning into bread pudding. So last week I experimented with savory bread pudding and there's 1 piece left out of the 2 9x13s. So Zad is going to heat that up. I have some chili left in the Dutch oven still. There's probably at least a couple more dinners in there. So he is going to heat up that bread pudding, put some chili on it. The kids will maybe eat some chili. It came out a little bit spicy. So I have a couple of those venison hot dogs still thawed in the fridge. My hair is just, we've been working on the short-term pantry and whew, Lord. So anyway, I'll pull that out for the kids and probably just heat those up for them in the air fryer. All right, so we're in the laundry room doing laundry. I know this isn't exactly related to the pantry challenge, but it's kind of related to my decluttering challenge. I had a realization as I was like cleaning out the kids' clothes. I've always been one to like get the extra shirt at the thrift store or the extra pair of pants because, you know, I mean, especially at little age, they're going through 3, 4, 5 outfits a day, depending on how much they poop, you know, and even as toddlers, especially ones that aren't potty trained, which Jamie is potty trained, Zuzu is not. You know, they can go through a couple outfits a day too because inevitably they poop in the car, it squishes up the back, you know, the whole routine. So what I've decided is I think I have 2 dressers for Jamie and Zuzu, or like 1 for each kid. I think I'm going to pare down and they're each going to get 2 drawers, like 1 for tops, 1 for bottoms. And then we can probably take a dresser out of our room and gain a little floor space. We have a pretty big master bedroom, like way bigger than we've had in the past. But it would still be nice to have a little more floor space. So that was just a realization I had during this decluttering challenge is, you know, I always go for the same clothes for them. So why keep holding on to these things that like we never ever go for? So as I was doing laundry, I was just kind of musing about the fact that I am loving paring down clothes. All right, so Zad finished dinner. We got some chili. Zuzu has green beans. And what's Zuzu have? Oh, venison hot dog, some corn and green beans. Jamie same, but with some cheese. Zad and I are finishing up some chili, some cream corn.
Mexican corn.
Oh yeah, like Mexican street corn. Oh my gosh, if you've not made Mexican street corn, it is fantastic. And finishing up that little bit of savory bread pudding. Okay, so we're finished with dinner. Zad had to put a pause on the short-term pantry because there's some supplies that we need to get, but we're making some progress. I'll show you all of that in the pantry makeover video. So I think that's everything for today. See you guys tomorrow.